Alright, today we are counteracting our very flexion forward focused lifestyles, our hunched over computer desk, sitting all day, looking at our phones. We're going to counteract that with a lot of extension in the spine. So we're focusing on improving our posture, gaining back strength along the whole posterior chain, as well as spinal mobility. So we're going to start in a child's pose, a lovely place to start. Knees are wide. Send the booty back towards your heels and really reach those fingertips away. And just breathe here, letting the chest be heavy towards your mat. Opening up those hips, find a length in your spine. Rolling through the spine, tucking toes under, coming to your high plank. Just rolling through your feet, from your tippy toes to the balls of your feet. Stretching out those calves, connecting to your core. Warming up the body. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those knees, untuck the toes, drop your hips, lift the gaze. Really stretch the front of your neck here. Gazing over your left shoulder, dropping that right hip towards the floor. And switch, gaze over the right shoulder. Left hip drops toward the floor. Coming back through center and back up to your high plank here. Let's press back down dog. Lift those hips, pedal it out. Lifting your left leg nice and high. Bend the knee, open it up. And then step that foot right outside your left hand. And just rocking back and forth through your right foot here. Those toe stretches, opening up that right hip flexor. And then reach that left arm back, twisting the spine here. Hand back to the mat, step back to your high plank, lift your hips down dog. Right leg high, bend the knee, open it up. Step that foot out wide, and rock back and forth through your left foot here. And twist that right arm back. And back to the mat, step back, high plank, and down dog. Shifting back forward to your high plank, dropping your knees, untucking the toes. Slowly melting the spine down towards the mat, hitting your pubic bone, middle of the back, and lastly your neck and head. Keeping your hands right under your shoulders here. A few more of those swans, pressing up all the way to straight arms if you can. If not, that's okay. Whatever feels good for your back today. Slowly lower down, putting lots of pressure into your hands to control the movement. Triceps are working here. Find length in your spine. Think about reaching out of the crown of your head forward. Press into those hands, lift up. Drop those shoulders down and away from your ears. Make sure you're not punching into them like so. Press them down and away. And slowly lower that Couple more. I started recording right when the neighbors stopped using their mowers and all the other things. And then they started up again right after I started. So I hope that background noise isn't too loud for you. Last swan. And lengthen all the way down. Hands come right under your head. You're going to rest your forehead on your hands. Body is in one long line, and we're just going to do some single leg lifts. So let's start with just the left leg. Point the toes and just lift that leg as high as you can. Think about lifting from the thigh. Just try to clear that thigh up off your mat. Doesn't have to be a huge movement. Thigh, hamstring, and glute. Four, three, two, and one. Let's switch. Right leg, point those toes, and lift. You may notice one leg can go a little higher than the other. That's normal. Again, thinking about lifting from the thigh, hamstring, and glute, less so from your back. Four, three, two, and one. Just bend those legs and drop your feet side to side. One more each side. And lengthen those legs out long. You're going to interlace your hands on your low back here. So those shoulders are sort of rounding forward here. Elbows are dropped nice and wide. And you're resting your head on one cheek here. And you're going to lift head, neck, and shoulders, pressing those arms back. And then once you lower, we're going to rotate the head to rest on the other cheek. And then we kick and lift. So we rotate the head. When we lower, we give a little pulse, and then lift and lengthen. Switch, kick, and lift. Flex those feet, kick, and lift. Kick. So we're lifting, shoulders then roll back. Find lots of width through your chest. Lift that chest up as high as you can. Feeling a little hamstring activation as you kick those legs. One more each side. Last one. Nice job. Coming up to your forearms now. Again, make sure you're not sinking into the shoulders. Press them down and away. And we're going to now point the toes instead of flex. And we're going to do one leg at a time. So we're going to do kick, lengthen, kick, lengthen. So we're alternating now. Kick, lengthen, kick, lengthen. Core is a little activated here. Support that back. Using glutes, quads. Forearms are supporting you as well. Just to get your back into this extension position. Again, counteracting all the forward folding we do in our lives. Pulse, lengthen. Pulse, lengthen. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Coming to your right forearm. You're going to have your back foot into the mat, so that left foot. And we're going to reach hand to foot and lengthen. We'll lift that leg. Press that shoulder down and away here. Make sure you're not sinking in. So we're kind of sitting on that right outer glute-ish area. Using inner thigh here, that foot is this leg is externally rotated a bit. And of course the core. For 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to lift, pressing into that foot, and lengthen. Come all the way down, and lift, and lower. Lift and reach overhead, find the length, and lower. So we're using those right obliques to lift, strong through that right shoulder, and lift. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Just coming to a seated position here. Just some side bends before we switch. Anchoring down those sit bones. And switch up and over. Rolling through center, coming forward. And back over to the left side, coming to that left forearm. That right foot is into the mat. All right, we're reaching right hand to the left foot. Lift and lower. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press that foot into the mat, lift and lengthen, and lower. Reach up and over, lift and lower. Your supporting leg here starts to feel it in the quad and glute a little bit. It is warm here in Florida. So nice to sweat. Last 2. Last 1. And lower, coming back to your stomach here. Going to have your arms in a goalpost position, so bent at 90 degrees, right at shoulder height. Resting feet into the mat, you're going to lift your chest up off the mat, reach arms overhead, pull elbows back in, and lower. Lift, reach, pull in, and lower. Core and glutes are engaged to support that back. Of course, we're working those back muscles as well. Shoulders. A superwoman moment. See if you can lift that chest a little higher when you pull those elbows in. Two more. Last one. Nice job. Keep that left arm in that goalpost position. Rolling onto the left hip. Opening up the front of that left shoulder. So helpful for posture to roll those shoulders back. Opening up the pec muscle. Rolling through center. Right arm in that goalpost, rolling onto the right hip. My favorite stretches. Coming back through center. Pressing up to your swan one more time. And back to a puppy pose. Keep those hips right above your knees. Reach arms away. Lower that chest. Getting that nice extension through your thoracic spine. And making your way to a seated position. Finishing up with some neck stretches. Hands to the mat, dropping your right ear towards your right shoulder. If you'd like, you can grab that right hand and just hold the top of your head, lengthening this left side of your neck. Slowly rolling down through center and over to the left side. Gently place your left hand on top of your head. And release, roll that head back. Up. And lifting back through center. Hope you feel a little taller, like your spine is lengthened and mobile. That felt really good for me, so I hope it did for you too. Thanks for joining me.